What's up, good people? You know, there's this little statement that I keep seeing, and it says, these guys are turning on each other. They turned on us. They turned their backs on us because we did something else, because we're yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? Did you actually turn on them? Let's find out.
Hammerhand, the MGTOW Monk.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, gentlemen. Hammerhand, the MGTOW Monk, back at you one more again. Yo, man. Yo. So I wanted to bring a little bit of attention to that sentiment. Forgive the road noise, gents. As you can tell, I'm out and about doing my little drive thing. Going to see my brother and have lunch. So I wanted to address this topic that there's infighting in the manosphere. There's infighting between MGTOW and blah, blah, blah. That's all I regard that as, is blah, blah, blurty, blee, blee. It's just a bunch of dumb shit. And I'm going to tell you why. Did we turn on somebody? Did they turn on us? You can have your opinion on that. I stick with the philosophy at hand. The philosophy of MGTOW, the philosophy of self-actualization, of becoming your own person, separating yourself from the biological warfare that is being committed upon you right now. Usury, the indoctrination of the state, the failure of the entire female race, thereby causing the failure of the male race. Did I turn on them? No. I keep my philosophy pure. I keep my philosophy very close to my heart, very close to my soul. And no matter how much I like somebody else, if they start endorsing usury, if they start committing usury, if they are fleecing other men, I'm not going to stand by them. I'm not going to say, yeah, well, that's my boy, so blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. There's a lot of people out here that don't have the guts, they don't have the courage to call this shit down the middle like I do, like Undead Chronic, like a number of other content creators have done. And I got to be honest with you. That to me is disappointing. But it's not surprising. It's not surprising. Men have been made incredibly weak and very, very pliable. And then you have to ask yourself, who's doing it and who's benefiting from it? You have no farther to look than your Conference for Masculine Excellence. It's a Ponzi. No, not a Fonzie, a Ponzi. Things like this are always going to be the same. It's always going to produce the same result, and it's always going to draw the same kinds and types of men. If this was directed at women, you know, like Oprah Winfrey directs it at women, like Jenny Jones, like Sally Jesse Raphael, you know what I'm saying, like fucking Phil Donahue, like all of these talk show people in the past have directed their shit at certain people. Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, they're all the same. Ricky Lake, they're all the same. They make fucking bank. They become millionaires 100 times over by exploiting other people. So when I see that, if I'm sided up next to somebody that's doing that, if I consider this person to be sort of kind of in the camp, we have the same talking points and shit, and then they jump off the goddamn cliff and they start grabbing money bags on the way to the bottom, I don't support that. So did I turn on them? No. I called them. I didn't call them, I called them. I cut them out of the fucking circle. I cut them out of the philosophy. You can say straight away, well, you can't cut anyone out of the... Yes, I can. I can call you a bitch-ass motherfucker anytime I want to if you're acting that way. I can say that you're making poor fucking choices and that you're siding up next to criminals for a cash grab. I can say that because it's true. You can't disprove that. But I can prove it to you. It's true. Yes, I'm watching the road. Gents, you have to have those 4 things that I tell you about all the time in order to make these good decisions. Morals, ethics, values, principles. You have to have those things. If you don't have those things, you can't make good decisions. You see? You can't make good decisions without your good foundation. You've got to have the foundation in place, or everything else that you try to put on top of it is just going to come tumbling down. Those morals, values, ethics, and principles are going to guide you and direct you in everything that you do in life. Everything. You have to be able to do that. You have to be able to do that. Or you get to go back out here into the blue pill mayonnaise and try to swim around for a little bit longer. Try to make them lovely, soul-consuming, heartfelt motherfucking emotions. Try to make contact with that. While every fucking bitch out here is being shown how to be a whore and a piece of shit on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. It's a fucking rap, Joe. Don't you know that? It's a rap. And you still got goddamn guys that are banding together trying to use their influence to run out there and fleece motherfuckers before game, PUA, frame, the pickup bullshit becomes completely illegal. Look what's going on in New York right now. How many of these guys around the manosphere called this fucking shit and they got laughed at? Oh man, that ain't never gonna happen. Oh, all you had to do was have eyes. You just had to have eyes to see and ears to hear to know that it was going to happen. Look what just happened in Utah. And now you have a convention of fucking cucks that are gonna run around and say, no. Don't worry about that, man. We're gonna teach you your masculine frame. And your masculine frame is going to overcome all of that. Bitch, motherfucker. Ooh, did I say that out loud? Oh, shit. Scrub that from the record. You motherfuckers are getting hoodwinked, bamboozled, hung out to dry. What is so hard to understand about that? Oh, I know what's so hard to understand about that. It's between your legs. That's what stops you from understanding. That's what stops you from understanding. Your emotions, your feelings, and that hard-on that you so desperately want to explore. That's what's stopping you from understanding, and that's why I always preach to you celibacy or get control of your goddamn biology. If you can't get control of your biology and you can't make that shit work for you, guess what? You're going to work for it. And you're going to work overtime, bitch, whether you like it or not, to make up for all of the mistakes that you are going to make. Gents, I have a lovely life, and it didn't always used to be that way. And it didn't used to be that way because I always used to chase the wrong things in life. Now, I'm not telling you that you've got to model your existence after mine. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It's been a rough road. But I'm big enough to look up and see my part in the rough road. The places in life where I got victimized by other people, you just chalk it up. You try to do the best that you can do with it. If you got to confront them, confront them. The places where I victimized other people, I have confronted that. And I took care of that. I offered my apologies. I offered my heartfelt apologies. There wasn't many of them. But you know, when you're being bounced back and forth between ideologies, when you don't have any grounding, when you weren't raised to appreciate or care for anything or anybody, that's kind of what you end up in, is bullshit like that. Come on, motherfucker, let's go. Goddamn. I hate these fucking drivers around here. I've said that before many times, haven't I? I hate them. Excuse me. So I've said that many times before, folks. Many times. Don't fuck around out here thinking that some group of men is going to be able to tell you how to be a man by charging you $2,000. Do you not hear the fucking ridiculousness of that statement? The absurdity of that statement? Do you not hear that? Say it to yourself. These guys are going to teach me how to be a man by charging me $2,000. And they're not going to give you the best information that they can give you. They're not. Now, Terrence Pop, he's going to talk to you about suicide prevention. I don't have any doubt in my mind that Terrence Pop is going to bring it. And he's going to give you the 100% uncut truth about suicide prevention and help for suicide and spreading that message. Plain and simple. But I still heavily disagree with this association. Then again, at the end of the day, it's not my life. It's not my reputation that's on the line. It's his. So if he decides to do it, go do it. Have fun. Do what you got to do. But he's the only one out of that group of fucking cucks that I would say is going to give you a fair shake. He's the only one. Everybody else has revealed themselves over the last year and a half. And, you know, if you pay attention to stuff, gents, you will understand that these people contradict themselves on a fairly regular basis. But it's not a big contradiction. It's not stuff that if your red pill fucking feelers ain't out that you're going to pick up on. People just don't. They don't. They want the here and the now. Right now, this moment, they want to hear something that's going to make them feel good so that they can jump on that fucking bandwagon and ride it as far as it'll go. That's not life. Excuse me. There's a lot of folks out there that get a lot out of that, but none of it's productive. It's all emotional based. Every bit of it. Do yourselves a favor out there, gentlemen. Do yourselves a favor. Get the fuck off of that validation train. Validate yourself. Validate yourself. Start accomplishing something in your life. Accept the truth of your existence. If you don't have a dimple in your chin, if you don't have that fucking physique that has been immortalized now all throughout time, if women don't want to take notice of you because you don't have that, then accept it. Accept it. Save your money, save your time, and change your priorities in life. Because if you don't do that, there will be another group of men that are going to offer you the best advice ever for another $2,000 every 6 months, every year, until you run out of money or blow your brains out.